Okay, so it is the first day of BronyCon, and me and my mom right there are currently walking to the convention center. We may be running a little behind schedule, but that's alright, because you can't always get it perfect first time. Alright, so I'll see y'all when I eventually get into the convention center.
Rarity and flash, and then we realised afterwards it's called rash. So rash is my new favourite pairing. That word was clarity, which doesn't sound quite as good. The tags themselves, now it might be a bit difficult to read, but the tags at the top are the most important ones because that's what I want the algorithm to pay attention to. So things like NLP, fanfic reading, G4, audiobook, my own name of my channel. My channel technically has 3 different names: Scribbler, Scribbler, and Scribbler Productions. Not everybody has that, but I have put all 3 of them in the tags in case people are looking for one but not the others. So I'm trying to make myself as relevant to the algorithm as I can. You'll notice the actors are all linked. Please do this. Apart from anything else, it is really polite. If people have appeared in your video to then link to their channels, it automatically happens. Within this, all you have to do is copy and paste their channel URL, and YouTube does the rest for you. It generates the little thumbnails and the link directly to their channel. And that helps their channel grow. I'll get into that why in a minute, but cross-linking between different channels really helps. Right. Consistency. This is one of the most important things if you want your channel to grow, is you have to be consistent in what you're putting out and when you're putting it out. And you need to pay attention to a couple of things to make this work. Your upload frequency. Now, this is a bit of a sore point for some people, because creators of really high quality content that take a long time to produce, like animation, like full films, things like that, they can't put it out every single day like a Let's Player can, like a drama channel can. They can't, it's not possible. Would that it were, because I would just watch Let Me Explain Studios every single day. But it's not possible. But the thing about this is, it won't negatively affect your channel if you don't put out content every single day. Magpie Pony puts out maybe 1 a week, and she is super successful. It can be done. All I'm saying is that this affects how often you get suggested. So you can enhance your success with this. Your upload time of day. Now with this one, you have to work out. Everybody has a creator studio. When you click on go into your profile, you have a creator studio, and you can look at all the different information about your channel. And one of them is what country you're popular in. I was really surprised when I looked at mine that I think 56% of my entire audience is from America. You may have noticed from the accent, it's a bit of a giveaway that I'm not American. But that, yeah, wow! We totally thought you were from like Alabama or something. From Montana. But because America is my biggest audience, I have to pay attention to which bit of America is most interested in my content. And I work out what time of day I should upload a video based on when it's most popular in that part of my audience. And I try and tailor that. So when I'm in the UK, those who may know me know, I flipped between UK and Australia half a year. When I'm in the UK, I upload at 6 PM every single day, because that is the best time for my audience in America. But when I'm in Australia, I have to upload at 11 PM. So the country that I'm in is not getting priority because the best time for American audience is 11 PM in Australian time. You pay attention to this, and you release your content when it's most likely to be seen in the most popular country that you're appealing to. Your upload schedule. It doesn't matter how often you put out a video, it matters that you are consistent when you're putting it out. Because you want people to get used to your schedule and come to your channel at that time each day. I know every day, around about 8 o'clock my time, Philip DeFranco is going to put out a video. And I've been watching him long enough now that I will actually turn on my phone specifically to watch his content at around that time. You want that kind of loyalty from your audience. You want people to come back to your content. And they will do that if they know when it's going to be there. We hate to think that we're governed by clocks, but we are. This is really important. The algorithm pays most attention to your content in the first 24 hours. It pays less attention, but still a little bit more than average, within the first 7 days. If you get to the end of the first week and your content has not taken off, I'm sad to say it's not going to, and you need to start refocusing on the next one. Sometimes it's sad that we can pour our heart and souls into a video and it just doesn't land. And then, ironically, we can spend 5 minutes making it a silly video about farts and it will be great. I still don't understand why people keep clicking on that vlog of me laughing at fart sound effects. But that's one of my most popular videos and I made it in like 2 minutes. So we don't always know what's going to be popular, but we need to recognize the signs for when it's gone lead balloon. So pay attention to the first 24 hours, do these best practices within those first 24 hours. Get the algorithm to pay attention to you for the right reasons. The power of playlists. Who here makes playlists for their own videos? I should see every single hand in the room up, because if you're not doing that, you're actually cutting yourself off at the knees. This is really, really good. You want to ping the algorithm. You want to keep poking it like a bear with a stick to make sure it notices you're there. If you keep pinging it, it will notice you more and more, and if your content's good and fits all the other best practices I've said, it will start to push your content more. So for that reason, you need to do these things. You need to make at least one playlist every week. It does not matter what it is. Have some internal consistency. Don't like just put every single video on your channel on a playlist every single week. But make a new playlist. On my channel, and this is kind of embarrassing, because I've been doing this for a while, if anybody clicks on playlists on my channel, there are about 1,000 playlists, but there are things like Sweetie Belle videos, Scribbler's best videos, Scribbler hates videos, Scribbler's favorite comic dubs, MLP videos, Batman videos, videos without swearing in them. That's a very short playlist. This is really hard to get here and be this nervous and not allowed to swear. But yeah, make a new playlist every single week. Make sure that you've got some theme to them. But if you're doing this, the videos you're putting in the playlist are pinging the algorithm and it's starting to pay attention to them and bring it up on their radar. Add your videos to as many playlists as possible. So, if you're making one every single week, get as many of your videos on there, make sure they're relevant, but get as many of them on there as you can. It really helps if other people put your videos on their playlists. So if you have friends, you can get together as a group, and if you're all of you putting each other's videos on playlists, you're helping each other. You're getting the algorithm to pay more attention to all of your videos. And the algorithm will start pushing all of your content. Use your social media. I am terrible at social media. I have a Twitter and a YouTube, and that's about it. I refuse to have a Facebook. My fiance hates me because he keeps trying to send me puppy videos that don't have a Facebook, and I refuse to get one. Yeah, there's something called the click-through effect. And the YouTube algorithm, it pays attention to where you're coming from, where your session starts. And if your session starts from Twitter, it will pay attention and we'll go back and look at how many times your videos have been posted on Twitter. So embed your videos on other websites. When I put out a fiction reading, I go and embed it on FimFiction. I embed it in one of my own blogs, and if the story still exists, because I'm really slow and do stories from 2013 and 2018 like a noob, I will put it on the story itself in the comments. And partially that's to let the author know it's there, but also it's because it helps me. It helps to promote the video the more places you've embedded your URL for it. So try and put it on all your social media. Get others to do it, same thing as the playlist. If you've got friends, get them to promote your videos by putting it on their Twitter. If you collaborate with other people, like I work with a lot of different voice actors, I will always try and get them to put it on their Twitter and their social media, and if I'm out of content that they've produced, I will put it on mine, because I know that's going to help them. That's going to help promote that video and promote that channel. It's very collaborative. You can help each other. The idea is you want as many eyeballs in as many places on your content as possible. It helps with what's called the impression data. It helps the algorithm to notice you more. And you want to trigger the algorithm to notice your content for the right reasons, not because you've started putting knives on Big Mac. I'm never going to get over that. Yes, it's still the thumbnail, because I realised it's not going to help at this point, so screw it, I'll leave it. Yeah, gain a new audience. Knife enthusiasts who also happen to like big red ponies. Right, it's a niche audience, but it's working for me. Right, so this is a screenshot of my creator studio. When you go into your creator studio, you can see it up there. You can click right through. There's something called your analytics. This, everybody's got it. Half the time, when I first started looking at this, I thought, oh, that's interesting, and then went back to whatever it was I was doing. I was an idiot. I should have paid more attention to this. Because the information on this tells you exactly how you, individually, can best use the algorithm to promote your content. It's not the same for everyone. So, this is just from July, and I did this about, yeah, here we go. 19th of July, I took this screenshot. Also, apparently, I downloaded some art of me and my fiance. Thank you, Panda, if you watch this. You can have a look at this, and you can see what your analytics are. Now, because I put out content every day and I put out a lot of comic dubs, my average watch time is 1 minute and 40 seconds, which is not great, considering watch time is so important. But that's because I put out a lot of comic dubs. The reason I do this is I'm pinging the algorithm to remember who I am and that I'm here right before I put out long-form content on a Friday or a Tuesday. You can pay attention to when, where, what kind of people are watching your content. Obviously, this is just from my channel, but you can have a look at where in the world. Now, if you look up here, yep, 50-something% of my audience is America. The next highest is 5.6% from my own country. My own country doesn't like me. It's fine, I don't mind that either. Where's Vector? Where's Vector? Is Vector around? No, he's gone. Oh. Yeah. Hi, fellow Brit. Yeah, the rest of the world hates us somewhere. Right. So yeah, look at your traffic sources. You can look at where your views are coming from. Now, at this point in July, the only place that, because I was terrible, I was getting ready for this panel, so I kept forgetting to embed my videos everywhere. So the only place that my traffic was coming from was the YouTube page itself, which is not a great example of all these best practices I'm talking about. But don't be like me, remember it, and put your embedded videos on various social media. Use this to work out where you're getting your audience from, and target that. A lot of information. I am coming to the end of this now. Yeah, I'm coming to the end of this, and then we'll have a brief Q&A for anybody who wants to ask some questions about this. This is the last bit, and it's something really new. I'm kind of excited about this. I'm a nerd, but I like this stuff. It's called collaborative clusters, and it's an experiment that YouTube's been running for a bit. It takes similar content, suggested channels, and what it does is, it groups together channels that have similar content, but also similar levels of popularity, and starts pushing their videos into recommendations of each other. And it will do things like quick readers. The kind of thing that gets recommended when people watch my content is people like the Lost Narrator, Magpie Pony, Narrator Pony. People are getting pushed because we are the same kind of content. And what can happen is, if you have someone in your cluster who is doing incredibly well, then they are actually pulling up everybody else in their cluster. So for example, within the analysis community, Silverquill. Channels that are grouped with Silverquill, he is so popular, but his popularity is actually reflecting on those other channels, and the algorithm is noticing and pushing them all. Sorry? Oh, Silverquill's lovely, he wouldn't mind. He pretty like the idea that just by being him, he's helping people. laughing? Meanies. Now, that's involuntary. You can't help that. That's going to happen whether you do anything or not. What you can do is make what's called a power cluster, a synthetic cluster, meaning you can start collaborating with other people, other similar people, and the more you collaborate with them, the more the algorithm starts grouping you together in a cluster and starts pushing you. And it pushes you all the same time. And if one person within your cluster starts doing really well, don't be jealous, because they're going to start really helping your channel just by being themselves. Okay? And then we have this. The best example I could think of this was the Logan Paul brothers. The Paul brothers. I don't watch them. I thought they were called the Logan brothers when I made this. The Paul brothers. But yeah, when they first came to YouTube, when Vine shut down and they came to YouTube, they brought all their audience with them. Suddenly the algorithm immediately took notice, because you take notice when somebody pops up on your channel who already has 100,000 subscribers within the first day. So what happened is, they started collaborating with each other a lot. Things like diss tracks, riffs, collaborations, vlogs. They love them or hate them. You've got to admire that they've done this really well. That they made their own little power cluster, and when one of them starts to take off, for good or ill, the other one starts to be promoted more and more and more, and they are always in each other's recommendations, and they are always being brought up by the algorithm, and they've done that on purpose. So again, if you've got friends online who are doing the same kind of content as you, collaborate with them as much as you can. Solo content's great, but collaborations are where it's at when you want to be successful in this. What's that? We are at. Okay. Okay, there's a little bit of text. Be wary of YouTube's experiments. So that collaborative cluster is one of their current experiments. Be wary of those that are going on that you don't know about. The majority of them are behind the scenes. If your channel gets pulled into a sample size group for one of these experiments, and your numbers start acting weird, and you think something's wrong, and you go away from best practices, when that experiment ends, you've damaged your channel. So whatever seems to be happening, these experiments can last anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months, and you will never know that your channel got pulled into one. Not unless you're in the YouTube partnership program, and even that only lasts 6 months. What you're going to do is stick to best practices. Don't be tempted away from best practice or the stuff I've talked about, because when your channel is out of the experiment, the numbers will figure themselves out. It will all go right in the end, as long as you are consistent. And that is the biggest thing I wish you would take away from this panel, is consistency. That's not it. The problem is a lot of people want some magical information that they've never heard of in order to finally break out of their subscriber and viewership woes. And the fact is, even if this information might sound repetitive, it's still the most solid information you can possibly have. There simply isn't anything magical about it, nor is there intended to be. If all of you just apply these things, you'll be much better off than you are now. And that was from somebody called Picture Fit, who works with Daryl Eves. But it's the same kind of message I would give to all of you. There's nothing magical. It's about a lot of hard, repetitive work. But when you've mastered that, and when you've been consistent, your channel will grow. Okay? Right. Starting to sound like a smoke 68 now. So last little bit. We've got about 5-ish minutes, I think. So I'm going to do a little bit of Q&A if anybody has any questions. Now, I would like you to stay on the topic of YouTube analytics and stuff. If one person asks me about the wedding, I'm going to ignore you.
Hold up.
So if anybody has questions, you have a bit of a loud voice. Oh, thank you. Ooh, there's some more nice things. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, who's got a question? Wow. I will point out, like I said, I'm not an industry expert. All of this is because I've been doing this for a long time and I've been shot in the foot a lot. So all this is based on personal experience. Yeah, if you have another panel you want to go to at this point, you don't want to say Q&A, I will not hate you for it. Thank you for coming. Okay. Well, I can hear you. If you want to say intelligent, tell me your questions to me while I get the microphone sorted. I can hear you, and I'll repeat your questions to the others while we get the mic. Oh, is it ready? Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. This works?
Yes.
Yes, my question is about when you said about
Consistency?
Thank you, yes, I'm sorry. And like for people who don't have the time, like for me, I am mainly a full-time student, and not to mention, even during my summers when I'm free, sometimes I have summer classes and I have a busy family, it's just all this kind of nonsense, not to mention, I'm also a cartoon, also a webcomic artist and cartoonist in my spare time as well. So by balancing all of that, it's just, I really want to make all these videos.
You want consistency, but you don't have the time.
Exactly, so how do you work around all of that?
Literally, like I said, it doesn't matter how many times a month you update. You can upload once a month and still be successful. Let Me Explain Studios does 1 video a month, and it's usually 5 minutes or less. As long as whenever you upload within that 1 video a month is consistent at the same time, and you do all the other best practices. The reason there's so many best practices I've talked about is you can miss one as long as you do the rest. So if you don't have time to put it out once a month, once every 2 months, just follow the rest. Use the embedding, the playlist, use your social media, promote it that way. Okay, and that should still work for you.
Wonderful, thank you very much.
Very well.
Hi, I'm just wondering if content ID claims affects the algorithm.
The content ID claim tends to be mainly about money, so it doesn't suppress it unless you challenge it and you don't win. So if you get a content ID claim and you were never intending to monetize, won't affect it at all. If you were intending to monetize, then it will because suddenly it will.
Thank you.
Hi.
So we were talking about viewership in terms of minutes watched.
Yeah.
Now, if you put out small videos that are only a couple seconds long, a couple minutes long, for example, you had 1 minute 40 seconds being your average time.
Yeah.
Would, say, the percentage of the video watched count as well? Because if you have a 5-minute
Yes.
video and only 2 seconds are being watched versus...
Sadly, yes, that does happen. If you put out a video and people are only watching half of it, then it will contribute to minutes watched. If you're putting out a lot of short form content, well, if you're putting out short form content, you need to put out a lot of it to push up your minutes watched.
Okay.
That unfortunately, that's part of it, yes.
Alright, thank you.
Okay. Hi there.
So I feel I've been doing YouTube for 2 years, and I feel like I've been in a bit of a subscriber rut, if that makes sense. Like it feels like it's not going anywhere with for a while. Do you have any suggestions on what I can do?
The best thing I can say is adopt all these best practices and be consistent with them. The thing about YouTube is you've got to play the long game. Nothing happens overnight. And if you get one video that takes off, that's not really going to help your channel because there's got to be consistency over time. If you're in a bit of a slump with viewership, adopt these best practices, make sure that the algorithm is working for you, and wait for it to take off. It does take time. I literally have been doing this for 2 years, and I only saw a real growth at the end of last year. So sometimes you just have to wait. Sorry.
Thank you.
First,
Hi.
thanks for this panel. It's been fantastic.
Okay, just say we've got 5 minutes, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, so is there a tool to analyze your thumbnails so it finds pointed things and stuff?
You can use various different online tools. I use a website called iPicky. Some people use Photoshop. The best thing you can do is to just observe what other people within the content that you create, what kind of thing they're doing, and what's the more popular ones. And avoid the cliches like the big red circle and the arrow. You can use various different programs. The main thing is keep it decluttered, make sure that it's unique to your content. If it looks too much like somebody else's, like if you're using a template, then you're going to start getting mistaken for another channel. So you want it to be consistent for you. Some people do that; they'll have like a little icon of their own pony in the corner to make sure that it's always it's on a Chloe does that. Make sure that you're consistent with whatever you do, though. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Just I love your outfit.
Oh, sorry. I'm short. You said you released several bits of short form content to ping the
To ping the algorithm, yes.
before releasing long form content. basically, how exactly do you do this in an example?
Like, how often do I do it, or why do I do it?
How do you do it?
How do I pick the algorithm?
Yeah.
Basically, I just do all the best practices in every single video I do. Whether or not it's long form or short form, I do everything exactly the same. I have templates. Because I've been doing this so long now that the description template in my description, I copy and paste it into another video, and then I edit it to it so it is individual to that video, but it's still the same basic stuff. And the basic stuff I've worked out is what the algorithm's going to pay attention to. So it doesn't matter if you've got really short form content, you still do everything that you would do for long form content.
There's just more of it.
Basically, yes.
Okay. And then how?
Yeah, and then it should reflect across. The idea is that consistency and visibility, they're the most important things to make the AI work for you instead of against you.
Okay. Does the short form content usually have something to do with the long form content?
It tends to be a very thing-based. Mine's a pony channel, so any time I do something that's not pony, it doesn't tend to do as well. But I will still use the same templates and the same practices.
So it's not like previews to a video?
You can do previews. I'm not hugely keen on that, just because I feel that some people will see the preview and then not click on the actual video itself. Trailers for big projects is one thing when you know you're trying to get the other people in other channels to promote it. When we did the charity song a couple of weeks ago, everybody put out a video because we were all trying to direct our audiences to one place. 2 minutes. Hi.
Now, to clarify, by best practices, you're referring to all the strategies that you talked
Yes.
about in the panel?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
All right. Hello, you.
Hey, so I was wondering, in terms of just visibility in general from the algorithm, did monetization for certain videos affect that?
Yes. It does affect, when you monetize certain videos, the algorithm pays more attention to you because suddenly you are visible to more advertisers. And if you are not advertiser friendly and you are trying to monetize your videos, they start paying attention and going, well, what's wrong with your content then? You need to basically, it's playing the long game again. You need to have a cushion of videos that have all been monetized and there's been nothing wrong with them, and you've got this great reputation with the algorithm, so that when you then release something that's maybe not skirting the line a bit more, it will look back and just think, well, this channel has historically always been fine, so you need to have more good videos than bad before you start releasing one that's going to be a bit risque. Hi, I think we've got 1 minute now.
Yeah.
So at the end of this, if anybody has any questions that I don't answer here, please come to the meet and greet. I'm at 2 of them, and I'll answer them there. This is going to be the last one now, I'm afraid, guys.
How do I ask for a collab, and would anybody even want to collab with a channel with less than 50 subs?
Basically, I would collaborate with people. If I know people have got content, I don't care how many subs they've got, and a lot of people have that same attitude. The best thing to do is do things like try and collaborate on their projects first. If you don't have any examples of collaborations that you've done, people are less likely to want to collaborate with you. So audition for other people's projects, go on things like Buford Casting Call or Casting Club Alliance. Go onto Twitter and try and find collaborations there. Get into other people's channels before you expect them to do anything for you.
I know, that's what I mean.
The best thing to do then is keep auditioning. It's not always going to work. I started in 2012 and did research after 2015.
I don't really know of any way to audition for
What kind of content do you make?
analysis videos. Mostly.
Right, if you want analysis videos, you need to try and get into the Rift Cafe and the Rift community, and you may have to start with people who've got like similar amounts of subscribers on their channels and work your way up. It will take a while.
I didn't even know I could get into the Rift.
I don't know how, I'm not in there myself, I just know that that's where a lot of people hang out. Yep. Right, I'm afraid we have to stop now because we've got to the end. Thank you ever so much for coming. If you have any more questions, come to the meet and greet. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I should go and say hi. Oh boy. Sorry.
My mom's coming over, she is.
I cannot wait. I don't know the number. The higher.
Yeah. No, I definitely keep in contact with him. I know. I just wanted to give you my
It's alright.
You need a pen, amigo? Oh, yeah. So, I'll just, oh, thank you. You can just write down the, it's, you want to write it down? Wave runner.
Hi, Reverb.
Hey, how's it going?
It's nice to meet you.
You too.
Congratulations with you and Scribbler. I wish you both the best.
Thank you so much, man. Give me a hug.
Oh. Well,
Taylor. 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 Okay. What's up, man? Where's that? He was going to see someone else, so we just split up.
I'm sure I'll see you. Most likely.
Thank you. Yeah, they're pretty big opportunity here.
And you can also send people to Close and Sofas to talk to you more immediately.
Thank you.
It's good to see things. I'm really sorry I can help brief you on like how Close and Sofas works, much like you were telling everybody how YouTube works. And I'll talk to you then at a more convenient opportunity.
Thank you ever so much. Yeah, we were worried about how that was going to work.
It's going to be awesome. Your content is perfect. It's like what Close and Sofas was invented to do. So it's going to be wonderful having you there. And I'll talk to you then. And you've got some people to talk to here right now. So.
Oh, is there a line here? Excuse me, is there a line here?
I'm not sure. It just kind of formed somehow.
I don't know. This is my first time coming. I'm not very accustomed to this.
First time talking to is this your first convention?
Yeah, this is my very first time coming to BronyCon.
Awesome.
Ah.
No, don't worry, I didn't. Yeah, I figured like get some gifts, give them out.
By the way, I have a question. What's your favorite snack?
Yeah.
That is a good.
What's your favorite part?
Favorite part?
Hang on, go read the.
Hell yeah. Gyro boy. Gyro best boy.
Christian made it.
Oh, your refurb.
Yes. Thank you. Oh, I love your costume.
I'm me, but I'm in my pony sona as my alicorn. So I've learned that if I go through that dimensional portal, I'll come out the alicorn, whereas, differing from my OC still being unicorn.
That's good foresight.
Not foresight, it's just a mental link to the other dimension.
Hello, Wooten.
So cool.
Why you gotta call me basic? Dark Platinum is pretty great.
Hello, Wooten. It's nice to meet you.
Are you recording?
Yes, I am. It's nice to meet the King of Lewd.
It's pretty great.
I think the very first video I watched of you was your Months of Lewd bloopers. Like.
Oh no.
Your teenage cadence.
Yeah. Hello, Kate Bug. Your very first performance as Kate Bug was, as Cadence was spot on.
Your first performance as Kate.
But I found you from Lost's bloopers first.
Yep, I fuck up a lot.
Yeah.
Why is the voice actor for Catbug subscribed?
Yeah, why is the voice actor for Catbug subscribed?
Hello, narrator. It's nice to meet you. How Kaylee Pages is she's doing well, isn't she?
She is. That's my wife. Yeah, she's in Hawaii. She couldn't make it this year, but yeah.
I really went. Yeah, well, tell her I said hi.
I will. I'm sorry, your name?
It's Michael. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
sure
to
say hi. Sure thing.
Yeah, I remember you collabing with on a blooper with Emo Gag. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, it was nice meeting you.
I made this.
Excuse me.
Yeah. I mean, like I said. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Hello, Scribbler. It's nice to meet you. This is my very first time coming to BronyCon. I really wanted to meet you. I'm sorry I couldn't come here earlier, but we ran behind schedule.
It's fine. to be honest, I was surprised as many people came as they did.
Yeah.
I was expecting to have like maybe the front row of maybe boyfriends.
I'll be honest, I did not even know that you were going to be the one.
Whichever one was the one with the book was right.
No, I thought someone else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought like someone else that's what had been on YouTube longer would have been like a host.
Or even in like I think the fake.
I did my 10-year special.
And Scribbler, I believe the very first video I watched from you was "Till Death Do Us Part."
Oh, that one.
You played as that. But I must say, your performance as Applejack is spot on.
I've worked hard on the
I believe it very compares to Lost's Applejack performance. Yeah. Anyway, it was really nice meeting you. I can't wait to see you, Mag, and Lost at the meet and greet.
Fantastic. I look forward to seeing you.
Yeah. Well, it appears I have met a Finn the Pony and a Jasper Pie. I sense that pony with a fez. The pony with a fez can only mean this is Jasper. A pony who... Hello! This is Pie's Pizzeria. Who better to cook a pie than a pie?
Now I have to say it's hello! This is Pie's Pizzeria. Who better to cook a pie than a pie?
Exactly how many prank calls did happen?
I lost track after 87.
Oh my goodness. By the way, I'm surprised you're still here after your encounter with Twig. Like when Lightning Bliss sent Twig over to get the pizzas.
Well, turns out he didn't want to kill me, just chew me up and traumatize me.
Oh dear. By the way, I'm just... How long did it take to get out of Twig? Like, did Twig let you go after...
About 3 days, and I don't want to go into details.
Oh dear. Well, it was nice meeting the Pizzeria Pone.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
I don't know.
Oh, my name's Michael. Nice to meet you, Jasper. Okay. That is just awesome. That is just awesome. Let's say hi to this. Deadpool is one thing, but Deadpool with a gun, that's just awesome. And multiple guns. Basically Nerf guns, that is awesome. Oh, what mask is that? Dexter plus Deadpool plus a gun equals awesome. And Flufflepuff.
And Green Ranger.
Uh-huh.
And Elder
Okay.
And
Okay.